Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our webinar on It Works. So, sorry for those of you that have been waiting. I'll crack straight on into the webinar and let you know what we're going to be covering over the next 45 minutes or so. So, my name's Louise Harris, and I started with It Works back in July this year, so literally 6 weeks ago. And I'm having an absolute ball with it. So I'll share a bit more about me in a minute. So I'm going to share an introduction about how it started over here, what we've been doing, about our team, and basically how I found out about the It Works opportunity, and share a little bit about our team here in the UK. Then I'm going to introduce you to Megan, who's out in Canada. I actually learnt about this opportunity through a lady called Lindsay, and Megan is literally the person that introduced Lindsay to this as well, so she'll share her story in a second. And then Megan's going to share all about the It Works Ultimate Body Applicator, about the products that we have over here in the UK, loyal customer perks, and then we're going to share how you can join the It Works party with us. And then right at the end, you'll have a chance to ask any questions that you want us to answer on the webinar. And you can literally do that on the right-hand side of your screen. You should have a section where you can type a question as we go through, or you can raise your hand. And basically, if you just type the question that you've got, then we'll read it out. And right at the end, we'll answer all the questions that have come throughout the webinar. And if there's anybody asking it as we go, then we'll literally type the answer to you as well. So feel free to use that function. So this is me here on the left hand side. So like I said, I'm Louise, and this is my partner Tosin, and all of these people at the moment are in our team. So you'll have heard about this webinar or the recording back, if you're listening to it back, by one of these lovely people here that have all started in our team. And like I said, our team started here in the UK on the 10th of July this year. By the end of July, we had 7 people in our team. It just grew so quickly. And we're literally 6 weeks in and we've got 15 people in the team, and it's growing day by day. We literally have got lists of people wanting to sign up, and it's just gone crazy. And I think the reason for that is because it's so new here in the UK as well. So let me tell you a bit about myself. So I literally was on Facebook one day, and I was actually searching online for some super greens, ironically. So my other half, Tosin, used to use green super greens from Robert Young, and we'd run out, and I know he wanted some more, and I was just having a little look online, and I did come across the company name It Works, and it was just kind of there in my vision. And then later on that day, I was on our local Facebook community group, and Lindsay, who was out in Canada, popped up and popped a message in there asking if anybody wanted to tighten, tone and firm in 45 minutes, and shared the information on the Ultimate Body Applicator. And so I added her into the group, and I thought, oh, this is interesting. So started chatting with her, and literally 2 hours later, I'm still chatting about this wrap and what it does. And me being the skeptic I am, said, well, there's got to be a catch. It can't just work in 45 minutes, surely. And I'll show you the next picture. Literally, this was me, well, 6 weeks ago now, maybe 5 weeks ago. On the left-hand side, this was me. And this was obviously me again. This was after 3 wraps and also using the defining gel. And down here, you can see this was me actually after 4 wraps. So real difference. And the conversations Lindsay and I were having that night were just absolutely hilarious. And she was sending me some before and after pictures. And I did to her exactly what my friends have done to me. People said, have you photoshopped that picture? And I haven't done anything to that picture. It's literally off my iPhone, and I just popped it into an app so that people could see the before and after pictures. And I have to say, I was going to the gym at Virgin Active with my partner and my kids on a Sunday morning. And every time I put my bikini or my swimming costume on, I just was like, oh, this is horrible. And and it's just amazing that now when I put it on, I've got a flat tummy. And so for me, it worked really well with the 4 wraps. And some people go on and keep using the wraps as well, and try different areas of their body. And you'll notice here as well, this is actually Tosin. And I think what we found when we had our second child, or even our first, that you start actually nibbling. So when they eat, you'll often have a little nibble, and before you know it, you start putting on weight that you don't really want to put on. And he used to be really toned, and started forming this little podge of a belly. And he's done 3 wraps now, and you can see the difference on here as well of the before and afters. So for ours, we got really good results within our first pack of wraps. And literally, I know Megan shares that 1 is a treat and 4 is a treatment, and I absolutely agree with that, because after 1 I felt quite good, but after 4 I felt brilliant. And everybody gets different results on different wraps as well. So I literally, when I saw the pictures that Lindsay sent me, I was like, I've got to try them. And then literally within the space of about 15 minutes, I thought, gosh, I'm going to try them. I might as well sell them. And I was just so excited about it and saw the real potential here in the UK that I got on board. So that's a little bit about me, and I'll share a little bit more later on. But you can see for yourself the results that I had. And a lot of my friends have got on board with this and trying them as well now, because they're kind of saying, well, if you're trying it, then I can try it. And, I think often it's the case that when you know somebody, it's easier to, believe them than believe something that you see on the internet. So probably through one of the people that introduce you to this webinar, you'll know them and you'll know the results that they're getting from it as well. So this is Megan, and I absolutely adore Megan. She's so proactive, and she's a brilliant leader out in Canada, and she's been so supportive for our team as well. So I'm going to pass you over to Megan so that she can share her story about how she got involved in It Works, and then take you through the actual party pad with all the information to do with the product.
Awesome. Hello, everybody. I'm just going to apologize starting off. I am extremely nasally today. I haven't been sick in years, and I have gotten the nightmare summer cold that I'm 3 weeks into, and every time I think it's going away, it's back in full force. So I will try my best not to sneeze on you guys. But as Louise said, my name is Megan Chernoff. I am a presidential diamond leader in Canada, and I am in Louise's upline. So I've been with It Works for 2.5, almost 3 years now, and I started because I just love the product. I fell in love with a couple of them. I had great results off the wraps. And I had a couple friends that started asking me, what are you doing? What's going on? Because I've always, I've always gone to the gym. I've always eaten, fairly healthy, but I kind of hit that plateau. And then I started having these great results. So I decided, since I had for sure my mom and my best friend at the time both wanted to try it, I thought, you know what, it's only $99 to sign up. So I did. I signed up, and I kind of putzed along with this for about the first year. And then after about a year, I had a full-time job that I loved. I was a, professional. I was in marketing, an international trucking company, so large semi-trucks. Loved it. But eventually my It Works paycheck actually got bigger than my corporate day job paycheck. So I thought, I really need to start taking this seriously. So about 1.5 years ago, I really ramped up and decided, I love helping people. I love everything that comes along with this product. I'm going to go full force. And within a couple months, actually, I rise through the ranks fairly quickly, and now I'm sitting at the rank of Presidential Diamond, which I'll show you what that means shortly. So I'm going to go through what we call our party pad presentation here. So when you go to an It Works distributor party anywhere in the whole world, you're going to see this exact same presentation. So it's so simple. And if you just want to flip to the first slide there, I can get started for you. So it's easy. This is what the wrap looks like. You take it out of the package, and you put it anywhere on your body that you want a little extra love and attention. So my favorite one is a full wrap that covers my thigh, my butt cheek, and up to my love handles. You can cut it in half. You can do arms. You can do legs. Stomach is, of course, a very popular one. Back fat is really, especially getting into Christmas party season, I'm very, very popular for that. You can put it anywhere from the jawline down, our Ultimate Body Applicator. We also have another one for your face, a facial applicator that you can put on, and it's like a facelift on a cloth. Really, really simple. And you're going to start to see results from these wraps in as little as 45 minutes. So you put it on for 45 minutes, and you're going to take it off. You're going to start to have some results, but they're progressive. So even though you've removed your wrap, you're going to have continual results for the next 72 hours. So that's when your final before and after is going to come through. Statistics show out of the last 12 years we've been doing this, 9 out of 10 people see results in their very first one. But if you weren't that one person, that just means that you need to try more. We say a lot in this business that 1 is a treat and 4 is a treatment. So to get the full before and afters, as you saw from Louise's pictures, you want to do a box of 4. You're going to get those great results. So if you just want to flip to the next one. So this is what it does. Here's another picture of some after results. This one was after just 45 minutes. So you can see it's tightening, toning, firming. It's going to reduce the appearance of cellulite. So really great for the back of the thighs. No matter how much I worked out, I can never get rid of my cellulite any other way. It's a first-to-market product. There is nothing exactly like this. The cool thing about ours is it's not a water loss wrap, and it's all natural active ingredients. So it's got no parabens in it. It's nothing that's going to harm you. It's just good for you skin nutrition. And the best part is it is only available through an It Works independent distributor. So you can only get it through whoever invited you on this call or yourself if you decide to sign up and sell this. You can't go pick it up at the shop down the corner and get anything like it. They do have some slimming body wraps at spas sometimes for about 5 times the price. And quite often they're not all natural. It's a really, really big difference. So these are quite affordable. What is the price that you can try a single one for out there, Louise?
One, it's normally £30, but all of our distributors sell the first one for £25.
Great, so you can try your first one for as little as 25 to 30. That's very, very affordable. So I'll just get you to flip to the next one. It's affordable and fun. So just as I just mentioned, some of our competitors, I say that very loosely, are Botox, liposuction, and shapewear. None of those things are affordable, and none of them are fun. There's a big recovery period afterwards. You wear shapewear, and as soon as you take it off, you're back to right where you started. So this is going to give you those lasting results. You see the picture in the over on the left here, the facial applicator too. Those are quite funny if you ever have a girls' night. 2 years ago, I actually wore my facial applicator. We had a spa night at my house on Halloween, and it was great. I fit right in. So lots and lots of fun. And I'll get you to flip again. So there's a couple ways that you can try this product. You can try the one for the 25 or 30, but most people go the route of becoming a loyal customer. So what does that mean to be a loyal customer? You're going to get wholesale pricing, and I'm going to talk to you about the price difference in a minute. Wholesale pricing right off the bat. Normally, there's a $50 membership fee to become a part of our loyal customer program, but if you agree to commit to trying at least one product, there's no minimum, no maximum per month, for 3 months, so your first month and 2 additional months, you're going to get wholesale pricing, and they're going to waive that $50 fee. So right off the bat, you get this great price. You're going to be able to earn free product. 10% of everything that you purchase is going to go back in perk points, which is free product points, basically. If you stay on as a loyal customer for 6 months or a year, you're going to get a $50 and $150 in extra free product. So that's really great. Free shipping, that's actually only available in the States. Us in Canada don't get that either, so don't feel left out. And you also get a free membership to the FitWorks community. This is our online health network. I mean, it's got meal plans and recipes and workouts and support if you're never, if you're unsure about what you're doing is right, if you're taking things at the right time of day. It's amazing on there. I love it for the recipes because they have food that I would actually feed to someone other than myself on a diet. They have stuffed French toast. It is fabulous. So let's get you to flip to the next one. I'm going to talk a bit about a couple of our products. So our big product is, of course, the Ultimate Body Applicator. You can get this. They come in a box of 4. That is because 4 is a full treatment, right? You're going to get this as a loyal customer for $66. As a retail customer, so just buying it outright is $109. So you see what the price difference is. It's huge. We also have our defining gel. Our defining gel is actually the same ingredients that comes in your wrap, but it's in a formula that you can use every day. We call this liquid gold. I put it everywhere. It's great for stretch marks, great for cellulite. It's great for that in-between maintenance, and I use this as my daily lotion. If you're using the right amount, so for example, when I first started, I used a lot because I thought the more was better. I went through a bottle in no time. If you're using the right amount and you're rubbing it in well, this bottle of defining gel will last you about 6 weeks. So you're going to get some great results if you pair those two up. And skincare. So you guys have a couple great skincare products. I'm going to talk to you maybe about my 2 favorite today, our cleanser and our toner. Our cleanser, everything again is all natural. I already talked about the facial applicator there, so that's actually a really great one. You get those instant results. But our cleanser is all natural, and it's not going to give you that tight feeling after you've washed your face. Your face is just going to feel balanced. It is absolutely amazing. This is great for anti-aging, but also any kind of acne. It's going to help balance you out and just bring your skin back to that natural pH. We also have the hydrating toner and freshener, and you guys can see the difference between the loyal and the retail price. The loyal price is in bold, so quite affordable as a loyal customer. The hydrating toner and freshener is the same. It's got no alcohol in it. You're not going to feel tight afterwards, but it's great to balance out the pH. Also, a little tip, if you're ever wrapping and you have that hydrating toner and freshener, you can give your client a little spritz of that on their belly or whatever area, and it's going to help clean the skin, and you're going to get better results. You don't absolutely need that, but it's a nice little bonus if you have it laying around. We also have the Repair Age and Prevent Age are our anti-aging. So prevent, you're going to prevent fine lines and wrinkles. Repair is you're going to repair them. There are great face lotions. I actually use both. I'm only in my 20s, but I use the Prevent Age as my day cream and the Repair Age as my night cream. And then we also have the other one showing is the Stretch Mark and Moisturizing Cream. This is great if you're pregnant, and stretch marks is your biggest focus. You're also going to get that stretch mark reduction from the body applicators and the defining gel, but this is a way to really, really target it. On to the next one here. Okay, so actually before I skip to this one, but you can leave it on this slide. So if you want to become a loyal customer, it's really, really simple to get set up. You just talk to the person that invited you on this call today, and they can hook you up with that discounted pricing. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about joining the party. This is what I've chosen to do to become a distributor, obviously. And our It Works philosophy is friendship, fun, and freedom. And I could not think of anything else that would be more true for this company. I have met the best friends through doing this. We have a great support system. I have so much fun. This is my job. I get to talk and hang out with lovely ladies and make everyone happy because they leave all slim and tight, which is great. And freedom. So in my previous job, I had, I made a decent amount of money. That wasn't the problem, but I worked so many hours, I never got to enjoy it. So It Works has given me the freedom to own my own time. I now have the money, but I can go do fun things with it because I don't have to sit at my desk all day, or I was doing a ridiculous amount of hours. I have my weekends. I can go do something if I want. I can take time off when I choose. One of the benefits, my family lives about 8 hours away from me, and I have gotten to go back once per month in the last year to go visit them and spend some extra time with my parents. It is fabulous. So we have 3 simple steps to success as an It Works distributor. There is no guesswork involved. You follow these 3 steps, you will be successful. So I'm just going to tell you about these. Step 1 is join the party. If you sign up for $108 US, you're going to get your business builder kit. It comes with a box of 4 wraps, so you can resell those and you make back the cost of your kit fairly quickly. It's also going to come with some a nice little padfolio with some marketing materials, some blitz cards, all kinds of tools to get you really started. The only other commitment you have as a distributor, and I highly recommend this because it's going to ensure that you're going to get all the fabulous bonuses I'm about to tell you about, is to set up an 80 BV auto shipment. So that's basically $80 worth of product that you're not going to pay for today, but you're going to order a month from now. This is going to ensure a couple things, that you're eligible for all those bonuses, but number 2, that you have product. You're going to need it. And number 3, that you're a product of the product. You need to know it and know that it works and be trying it on yourself. So because step 1 has these great promotional price of $108, you actually have a bit of savings that you could roll into one of these booster packs that you see on your right hand side here. So the first one is $569 US, and that's going to come with 8 boxes of body applicators, 3 boxes of facials, the defining gel, the cleanser, and the toner. This is going to make you over $1,250 in party cash, which is amazing. But this is going to set you up that you can hit the ground running right when you start. I don't know. I can probably say I almost know no one that as soon as they get their kit hasn't sold those racks so quickly because everyone wants them and needs to reorder product right away. So it's a really good idea to consider one of these so that you're not paying shipping twice. If the booster pack is a little bit out of your reach financially, we have the mini booster. It's $149 US. It comes with the cleanser, defining gel, a box of facial applicators, and 2 boxes of wraps. You're going to make over $300 party cash. This one's probably the most popular for people just starting out because it's going to give you enough to really let you do a party or two. Get it on people. 4 wraps that come in your initial kit are really not that many because you're going to want to wrap yourself. So I'll get you to flip to step 2 of joining the party. Is you're going to wrap for free. If you sign up 4 loyal customers, so 4 people in that program that I just spoke to you about in your first 30 days, you're going to get $120 in free product. You can use that on wraps. You can use that on whatever you like. We all know a mom, a sister, a best friend who all want to tighten, tone, and firm. So this is not too difficult. I actually challenge you if you sign up to get 4 loyal customers before your kit even gets in the mail. On top of that, for life, so no time limit on this, every 2 loyal customers you get, you're going to get a box of applicator rewards, we call them. That's a box of wraps for, what is your applicator reward price, Louise?
$36 plus the VAT and shipping.
Okay, so for $36, you're going to get a box of wraps. You can see how you can make a profit on that pretty quickly if you're getting 4 in there and you're selling them for $25 to $30 each. So that's really great. Step 3 is guarantee. This is a no-risk business. If you can follow these 3 steps, It Works will guarantee you make $500 on your commission check. So if you have, for step 3, you have 60 days from your startup date. If you sign up 3 friends who want to do this business with you and they also wrap for free, so they get their 4 loyal customers, you're going to make $500. If you don't, It Works will pay you the difference. So if you think you can follow 1, 2, 3, you're so set up for success and you have a guarantee in place, which is so cool. And on to the next one. If my memory serves me correctly, this is my favorite. Oh, not quite. Actually, this is pretty close to a favorite. The good bonus. So It Works. Its philosophy is to help get you out of debt. You're probably never going to win a car or a vacation from It Works. You're going to win cold, hard cash that you can put towards debt. You can buy your own car in cash. You can do whatever you need. So they have different promotions and promotion periods that come out all the time. But personally, I have earned a $10,000 and a $50,000 bonus from It Works just in the last year. So there's lots of opportunity for this. Lindsay and Jesse, who are all also in your upline, have all won this, and Krista have all won this $10,000 bonus as well. So it's very achievable. The other one that isn't on here that I always want to talk about is if your skill is getting loyal customers. If you can sign up customers, which is not too difficult to do, we have something called the IT bonus. It used to be called the car bonus. So if you have 60 loyal customers, it could take you 2 years to get this. They don't all have to be active. They just have to have signed up at some point. You're going to get a $600 bonus every single month on top of your commissions. So that's a pretty cool way to beef up your check pretty quickly. So on to the next one. Okay, this is the fun meter. This is our average monthly distributor earnings by rank. So this is in US dollars, but I'm just going to do a run through here. There is no guesswork. I really encourage you to write down the number that you would love to make per month, the number you're comfortable at, and share it with whoever brought you on this call so we know exactly where we need to get you. And we have a map for every one of these levels, so it's not rocket science. The first level distributor, if you're just starting out, the average commission check, so this isn't including wrap cash, is about $71 US per month. That's pretty good. That's a nice dinner out. The next one, executive, $309 per month. That could be getting your nails done or getting a housekeeper to come clean your house once or twice a month. That's a really good level. That's one of the first of our promotion levels. The next one is Ruby, $599 per month, US dollars. That could be your car payment right there. That could be paying off some extra debt. Ruby is a big one that lots of people go for in the beginning. Next is Emerald, $1,121. That could be a good chunk of your mortgage payment right there. Diamond, this is the first of our leadership levels. Mark Pentecost, our CEO, always says that once you hit Diamond, this is the license to print money. And it is so true because you come into all these crazy bonuses after that. $1,910 per month. That's pretty good. That could be daycare. That could be a family vacation. Instead of once every 2 years, once every 4 months. That's amazing. The next one, this one, it was my goal when I first started, is double diamond. Over 6,000 US dollars per month. This is when I knew if I hit double diamond, I could quit my full-time day job. And I did at this level. So this was a great one for me. The next one, triple diamond. $10,541 per month. You're getting pretty comfortable there. That's a pretty cool one. You could pay off your debt in huge lump sums at that rate. That would be your mortgage. That would be your childcare. Although you wouldn't need childcare because that could be quitting your job. The next one, presidential diamond, just under $17,000 per month. That's the rank I'm currently at. The one really cool thing is outside of the US, so let's take them out of the picture. In Canada, the UK, Australia, there are 4 presidential diamonds. That is it. We have so much room to grow. It's incredible. And the last one is ambassador diamond, $32,000 per month. I can tell you that this average is very low. There's 1 presidential diamond outside of the United States. In all of Canada, UK, Australia, anywhere else in the world, there's 1. So there's so much room for anyone new to come in and take this. It's incredible. So I'll get you to go on to the next one. So what's your choice? Most people choose to shrink their dreams to match what they currently make, but It Works has given me the opportunity to grow my income to match my dreams. I am a very faithful believer that everyone should have a dream board. I have a little bulletin board that has all my future plans on it, and I redo it about once every 2 months. And I send my mom and my best friend a picture every time I do it, and they all laugh at me because they are like, "You are crazy, girl. What are these things you have on this board?" But It Works has given me the opportunity to dream like a crazy person. I can dream big, and I know that I can match my income to those dreams. And I hope that you, after this webinar, can kind of choose to do the same, and we can help you do that. Next. So now you have a choice. Your next steps, you talk to the person who got you on here. You can become a loyal customer today. Your product will ship out tomorrow and be on its way to you and get those great deals, the wholesale pricing, the free product, the It Works community, right off the bat, become a loyal customer. Or the next option on the next slide, you can become a distributor. You can join this team of beautiful ladies and gentlemen and sign up to do what we do to promote this crazy wrap thing, which is just so much fun. You guys are so lucky out in the UK that you have so much opportunity, and you have a great leader that is 100% there to support you guys and set you up for success. And you have us back here, and I mean, we're all here to help. But if this is something that's kind of on your mind, I really encourage you to just touch base with whoever invited you on here, and they can take care of you from there.
Yeah, definitely. And I think one thing that Megan said, I think, a lot of people over here have said, oh, if it's so new, how do you know that you can earn this kind of money? And, the thing is that we're in a team. When I actually joined the It Works company, I had a few options because after I spoke to Lindsay, I was Googling and I was kind of looking around and doing my research and seeing who was around in the UK. And the first person that came up on Google for It Works Distributors in the UK, I called and I had a conversation with her and I asked her how long she'd been doing it. And she said, and so I'd heard from one side with Lindsay about how much money she was earning and how in 4 months she was earning $6,000 a month, etc., etc. And then literally my next phone call was to a lady in the UK that was doing it. And she said, oh, I've been doing it a couple of years and it gives me £200 or £300 a month. And my heart kind of sank because I thought to myself, crikey, chalk and cheese. And I said to how many people have you got in your team? And she hadn't. And so for me, I just thought, wow, and we've proved here that, you see this picture of all these people in our team. We've done that in 6 weeks, not 2 years. In 2 years, we'll be literally having hundreds of people in our team and being right up the top there, so everybody in it now has got a real massive opportunity. And myself and my partner Tosin run a training company, so we're all about modeling success and using the strategies that people are already using to get what they want. So for us it was, why on earth would you not join a team that was already succeeding compared to a team that are new, that don't necessarily know how it works, etc., etc. So, for us, and that's, I'm so glad we joined this team because we've got Lindsay, Megan, we spoke to Kirsten, who's the ambassador diamond out there in Canada and the only one out of the US. And we just get so much support on our Facebook groups and all sorts. And I know there was a girl in one of our leadership groups, wasn't there, Megan, that actually got to your level within 4 months?
Yes, that is it's down in the States, of course, but
Yeah.
4 months went to Presidential Diamond, so $17,000 per month in 4 months. That just blows my mind.
So it's absolutely achievable. And I think, it's often the amount of work that you want to put in to really make this a success. So let me just flip on. So just about us. So a lot of people have said, why should we join your team? And, and it's a really good question. I'm so passionate about making this work, you just cannot believe. I literally started this as a bit of a summer hobby because I promised myself in January that I would take all of the 6 weeks off for the summer holidays and spend the time with my children because I normally run up and down the country like a madwoman, training corporate clients on different performance improvement programs for sales, service, leadership. Tosin runs empowerment activities. We do wacky things like board breaking and firewalking and stuff that really gets people to believe in themselves and give them confidence and motivation. And last year we actually ran a Miss Universe Norfolk event. So we had lots of people going to the Miss Universe Great Britain competition. And again, that was about empowering people and giving them the confidence that they can achieve anything they want to. So, we're able to bring all of that experience to help grow a team here in the UK. And that's what I'm really excited about because, we spend our lives helping people. And obviously in our corporate world, we get paid for it. And outside of that, everything that we do, we always do just from our heart to help people and help people grow and help people, have belief in themselves and things. And what I love about this opportunity is that everybody gets to make money while they're having fun and building a business. And we get to literally teach the skills that we've been teaching people, but also help people change their life and make the money that they need to make as well. And for me, a bit like Megan, I'm earning good money in our training company, but my issue is traveling with two young children. And so my plan is to have more associate trainers going out and delivering our content so that, I can be at home more and be able to go on the school runs and do everything that I want to be able to do as a mother. And I know there's a lot of people in that situation that want to choose their hours. And, if I'm on a training course from 8 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock at night in Swindon, say, and I live in Norwich, I've got to travel 4.5 hours there and 4.5 hours back. And I was literally sometimes leaving my house at 4 o'clock in the morning to go and deliver a training course to come back at like midnight after I'd had my dinner with the client. So, I would literally be traveling up and down the country and, I'll still be doing some of that, but nowhere near as much as it because I'm going to grow the team at Think to be able to basically do those things for us. So, the other things that we do team building events, and we're going to be running some of those with the actual team when we get bigger. We run NLP practitioner courses, help people improve performance. Tosin delivers speaking and presenting with impact courses. We run train the trainer courses. And in Norfolk, we have an ultimate development group where it's a personal development group that we share different content each month to again help people grow as people for their businesses, at work, whatever it might be. So that's basically us of who's behind this team. And literally, we're there anytime I'm online or my phone's near me and I can answer the call. I take people's calls and we do absolutely everything that we can to help people succeed. We've literally got like 15 people in our team, and most of those people have made their money back of their startup kit in literally less than a week because now, like Megan shared, we give people strategies to be able to basically have a Facebook page set up immediately after they sign up. And, their pack comes within kind of 4 or 5 days. And half the time people have sold their apps before they even start. And obviously you need to keep some back for yourself as well. So we're really excited because, we do, I think there's a next slide that tells you what we actually do. So literally this is actually 6 weeks now, just under 6 weeks. And it's grown by day. We've got, like Megan said, an open market here in the UK. There are hardly any distributors, and the distributors that I have seen advertising on Facebook and things like that, I've actually got chatting to just to see how they're doing and how long they've been doing it, and and kind of networking with them. And most people that I'm speaking to are at Ruby in the UK. So they've done that in kind of 6 months. And if you see how we're growing in 5, 6 weeks, I know that we're in a team that, really knows how to grow, but are in a team above us in Canada that know how to get people to the diamond ranking. And they share all their strategies and tips and everything with us, and the team are just fab. So on top of that, we do a weekly online training. So last week we were sharing how you can market yourself and 7 different ways that you can basically, increase your business and your contacts. And that we record, so people that can't make it basically can watch it back, like some of you might be doing for this webinar. Coaching and support is available every single day. If I don't know the answer, I go to Megan, Lindsay, Kirsten, whoever I can find in Canada that will know the answer. Or we pop it out on a Facebook page, and people are brilliant because they've been doing it longer than us. They just answer it straight away. And also your sponsor will help you create your Facebook page, like I said. So you'll have that literally up and running the day that you sign up. And we give you simple formulas to model success. So, our belief is, why try and figure something out for 4 years and make our own way of doing it when we know that there's strategies and the steps to success to follow. And if we follow those, we're going to get success much quicker. And like I said, we're in a team that knows how to do it. And that's the bit that really excites me, is we're in a team of people that have achieved bonus after bonus after bonus, that are getting people to diamond ranking. And somebody will do it in the UK, and I know it will be us. So, a brilliant team to join, because we've got great leaders out in Canada that are supporting us as well. And last but not least, you can do as much or as little as you want. If you want to just spend a few hours a week, you can. If you want to spend, an hour or so a night, or, do a party a week, or whatever it is that you want to do, you can basically flex this around your own lifestyle and your children or your job, whatever it might be, if you just want an extra income as well. So like Megan said, if you did want to join, you can join for the $108. And there is actually a question that came through during the webinar that somebody said, I was told that the basic pack is about £100, but it says $67.50 online. And that's true. That there, I don't know if you can see the small print here. The $108 is exclusive of VAT and shipping. So the prices that all of our team let people know to join are literally including the VAT and shipping, so that you don't get any surprises. So really, in this country, you can either join for approximately £100, approximately £200 just over, and then this one's just over £500. And a lot of people that can't afford this big booster have gone for the middle option, because this one is only available when you sign up. And I think it's really, it's the best value. The booster pack is the best value, because you get so much product. But this one is the next best, because in this pack here, this is actually where the applicator sits. You only get 4 wraps. And if you're anything like me, you're going to want to put them on yourself, so everyone goes, oh my God, what have you done? And it helps you sell it even more. Whereas the mini booster pack, you then get an extra 8 applicators, so 2 boxes, your facial applicators, the cleanser, and the defining gel. So it just gives you so much more product. And it's easier then to make your money back than, just going for this one. So I would always encourage people to stretch to at least get the mini booster pack, because that's really going to help you start. And that's what helped everybody that's done this option. There was only 2 or 3 people that did this, but they were ordering extra product within 2 weeks, because they'd run out, like Megan said. So highly recommend getting a booster kit.
And one thing, if I can just interject.
Yeah.
We are coming on to September, and It Works history in the last 12 years has proven that March and September are the craziest months for this business ever. Kids are back into school, they're starting to get into that routine, and people are ready to, okay, I've taken the summer off. It's time to get back to it, right?
Yeah.
So they're ready to get that new body in, to get moving on it. So you will go through product much faster in September, and March is the other big one, than you do any other month.
Yeah, and I think that's it, is, I sat there and it's really funny, because I've actually not even worked that hard to get 15 people in the team. I've posted a few posts out on my Facebook, and we're much more active on our Facebook pages now. But I literally, how I got the first 6 people, I posted like my picture up, and that was it. And everybody was going, how do I get involved in this? And it was just amazing how it just spiraled into, something that became a hobby, to something that is like, actually, this could replace, the great money that I'm used to earning. And, and actually, who needs to be traveling, going out to corporate land every single day and not being able to pick my kids up from school? When I can be at home and I can do all of that and still, teach and train people that I'm used to teaching and training, because I get to build the team. So, it is great. And when you look at that, the amount of my friends that have said, God, who doesn't want a Titan tone and firm? And it's true. How many people want to just Titan tone and firm and look half decent? And I'm not surprised September's going to be really busy because the amount of mums I know that'll be on the school run, and you can just imagine everyone just to be chatting. Oh my God, how did you get so thin? So there's a few questions on here, so I'm just going to throw some of them out, Megan, because you might want to answer.
Great.
So somebody said, as a loyal customer, you said you've got to buy 3 months worth of product. Is that charged upfront?
No, you just pay and select your first one, and then a month from that date, you're going to get an email that says, it's been a month, it's time to, so you can either change, you can choose to get the same, and you're charged for it each month as it's shipped.
Cool. Someone's just typing, hold on. I think probably the person that's asked the question. Do you have to order the same product every month?
No, you have the opportunity. Lots of people always start off with the wraps, is pretty common, but then you have the opportunity to try out, maybe on month number 2, the defining gel, or you can switch every month.
Great. Okay, so let's have a look. One person here, I'm definitely signing up to be a distributor. What tips can you share for making a success of this?
Hit the ground running. We have a great training academy and a great Facebook support group. So as soon as you sign up, same day, get on your training, plan your launch party, pick a date for it. Pick the date the day you sign up. Don't wait for your stuff to come in. We know it's going to take, how much approximate time, so you can set up the date for after that, and just really get involved, dive in.
Great. I can see people typing. Right, I've just written some of the other questions down. How much time would you say you need if you really want to make a good go of this?
I mean, you put in the time that you have, but I would say overall, it is more important to be consistent than it is to have a set amount of time. So if you can commit to doing, 10 minutes per day or 2 hours per day or whatever that time is, that's more important than looking at it once a week for 5 hours straight and forgetting it for the next week. You do have to, it's an everyday thing. If you'd like to be,
I
really
think that's a
successful at
good
it.
one, because the other thing that I'd say is really keep on top of your Facebook messages, because people, obviously are more receptive when you reply really quickly. So, and that's the thing about doing a little every day, is that at least you get to people's messages as well. So otherwise they might be so excited they want to try a product, they go find a different distributor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, we've got another question here about I'm a bit confused. Is there an ongoing monthly cost?
Um, the only ongoing monthly cost is this as a distributor, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with that. Is you want to have your $80 product auto ship set up. So that is going to be a monthly thing. You can shut that off at any time, but you're not going to be eligible for all of the bonuses and all the great things that come with it. So I mean, you can cancel if you find the commitment's too large, but um, you're going to need that product.
Yeah, 100%.
It goes
I
way
don't know
too fast.
anybody. I know one person's thought about it, but literally, you're gonna need it. And the thing is that I was having a conversation with one of our distributors who was going, "Oh my God, but I'm gonna need to sell my wraps before my auto shipment comes in, because obviously I'm gonna need that money to buy the next lot." And my view was literally, as soon as you're worried about the next lot coming out, you're not focusing on actually selling the wraps that you need to sell. And as soon as she changed her focus, more wraps were flying out. And then
Yeah,
obviously, she got to replace it. And now it's in an easy position. So people that are starting on nothing, rather than have some money in the bank to be able to invest in it, the biggest advice is put your focus on actually selling the wraps and people wanting them, than focusing on, oh my God, what if I don't sell them? Because you actually put more energy into people wanting them that way. And you've then you actually be trying much more to get the product out, rather than the worry about not selling them. And everybody that does that, literally, they're just flying out. So many people want to try them, it's just crazy.
it is. And there's this funny thing I find that happens. If I ever run out of wraps, for some reason, it's like my customers sense it. Nobody calls me, my phone doesn't ring. When I got a shelf with a couple, with a number of wraps on it, they go like crazy. We're very lucky in this business that some businesses you are required to stock thousands of dollars of
Yeah.
product. All you need to have on is some wraps. Depending on how fast you're selling them is how many you need. I really recommend that you never let your stock go below 2 or 3 boxes. That's enough that if you get called for a party on Tuesday to do on Friday, you've got it there. But you don't need to stock thousands of dollars worth of stuff. Just your wraps is the biggest.
Okay. Okay, I think there's 3 more questions on here unless anyone else types. So we've got another question here. What if you don't have experience doing anything like this before, but you want to give it a go?
I have never sold anything in my life before this. I've never done another network marketing company. There are some people that are very experienced. I'm not. If you are excited, you can absolutely do this. I was also on top of not having a sales background. I was very shy about showing people that I was doing this in the beginning. So my Facebook page was kind of my safety zone to get out there. And you start to gain a bit more confidence. And we've got such a great team to come and help and answer your questions and find out how you can do this without feeling like you're pushy and too salesy if that's not your way to do it. That's not mine. So I totally sympathize with you.
Cool. Okay. How long do the results last and are there any side effects?
That's a great question. Side effects, I'm going to say no. Everything is all natural, but keep in mind if it has eucalyptus in it and your customer is allergic to eucalyptus, I mean, they could potentially have a side effect there. But really, the side effects are very minimal. If anyone experiences any sort of side effect, if they have a little bit of extra water, they can quite often stop that. But I've wrapped thousands of people and haven't found a problem. And how long results wrap is it's gone just as long as you've exercised it off. So imagine that you want to lose 2 inches. So you go to the gym every day and you work like a crazy person and you lose your 2 inches and you go, done it. I'm shutting off my gym membership and I'm going to go have some fast food. Eventually, they will come back. If you've gotten to your 2 inch loss and you decide, okay, I'm happy with what it is, I'm just going to go to the gym, 2 days a week and I'm going to watch what I eat. It's going to stay off for good. So the same thing. I mean, if you have a terrible lifestyle, this isn't a miracle, but if you're reasonable, you can maintain this forever.
Excellent. Right, I'm just working through the questions. How do they actually work? And somebody said I had to drink lots of water.
Yes. How they actually work is it's just these, it's got eucalyptus, seaweed, horsetail, rosemary. So all those ingredients go in and do this great treatment that's going to allow you to, we're not allowed to say this, so mute your ears. It's going to allow you to release some of those toxins from your fat cells. You have to drink water because it's going to flush all that gunk out of you. The more water you drink, the better your results. It's going to help with that lifting, with the tightening, with the toning. Um, Not an unusual amount. The equation is about half your body weight in ounces per day. But for someone who is constantly living dehydrated, that could be a lot. So also the biggest reason why if I find someone maybe didn't get over the top results, it's quite often they didn't drink enough water. So that also tells you it's not a water loss wrap, which is great. That's our biggest competitor on the market, which isn't competition in my mind, is these water loss wraps where you lose all this water, you drink some the next day and it comes right back. So you're not going to get that with ours.
Cool. Where's the other question? Why is it in dollars and not in pounds?
Because we have this in Canada too, because it's not our currency. It is a US based company. They are working on getting it fully open in all countries, so you'll see it in your own currency, but we have the same. We convert everything too, which is kind of a pain, but you know what? It's one of the perks about being the first in the market is they just haven't caught up to us yet. So it's not a terrible problem to have.
Okay, and then I think the last question that we had throughout was somebody that said that they're really, really wanting to join, spoke to their family about it, who was skeptical, asking if this was like a pyramid scheme and what's the difference with this and It Works.
Pyramid schemes are illegal. That is the difference. A pyramid scheme, is really when there's no product to sell. Um, this works really well for skeptical family and friends. Mine, I had a few of them. Actually, a funny story. When I actually decided to quit my job, my dad called me up and said, okay, here's the website to apply for unemployment, because he really just thought there was no way that this could be successful. So sometimes they do need some time to come around, but the difference between a pyramid scheme is we have a great product and we don't make money just for signing people up. We make money when we sell the product and when our team is selling the product, not for no reason. But
It's
you know
funny.
what?
It's
Those skeptics,
always seems
sometimes
the
they just take
family
a bit of
that are the
time.
skeptical ones. Hey, Megan. It's
Pardon?
I know my sister. She said to me, "I'll eat your hat if you earn that kind of money."
Okay, I'll prove you wrong, right?
Oh dear. Um.
Yeah.
Okay, we got any other questions? I don't think. If I've missed any, please feel free to type them. I've tried to capture them all as we've gone along.
Well, thank you so much for having me on. I promise on the next one I'll work on this cold so I
No,
don't
that's
sound
all
like
right.
I'm
They
talking
need a
with my nose
product to get rid
plugged.
of the cold, don't they?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us. And like Megan said, go back to the person who invited you on this call. We're all available on our Facebook, on our phones. So feel free to give us a call or send us a message on Facebook, and let's talk. And if you want to be a loyal customer or you want to sign up and join our team out here in the UK, then please feel free. We'd love to have you on board. And thank you, Megan, for joining us.
Thank you. We'll chat to you guys soon.
All right. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.